It is March 3rd, 2020. This is Atlanta United FC Weekly, a home before dark podcast.
It's too sad. It's too sad a day.
Do the choo-choo. People need this right now.
That's a mistake.
Woo! Oh, thank you guys for tuning in on this beautiful Tuesday evening.
The rain finally stopped.
The rain stopped. I heard Adele was in town.
What?
She said fire, dude.
Okay. Well, the battery's exhausted.
Yeah.
So is that joke.
Oh no.
What, you think I was joking?
Yeah. This is BS. Off to a good start.
Garbage. So, yeah, good to be back. Those of you joining us, a lot of familiar faces. Coach Steve, Gabe, Percy, Joe Johnstone, Domer. Did I say Coach Steve already? I think I started with him to begin with. So, yeah, good to see everybody. New night this week. We're coming in with 2 shows tonight. We are going to do our regular show, and then we're going to be a guest on some buddies of ours up in Cincinnati, which
there we go.
Hung out with them last year. So we're going to be doing that at 9:15. So be sure to stay tuned on Twitter to see that feed and that discussion with those guys. And yeah, we switched it up from last night to tonight so that we could do a double header, and it's just a little easier on both of our schedules to do so. So thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah. I don't think we did introductions. I'm Tim Herb, as always. I'm joined by my lovely co-host, Mr. Kevin Bradley, across from me.
And if you're not tuning in live and you didn't know that we were going to switch days, shame on you. The way to remedy that is, if you're subscribed on YouTube, hit that bell Holcomb icon.
Yeah.
Hit that little bell, get a notification whenever we go live or whenever an episode posts, and you'll never miss it.
Yeah.
Except for when you're missing us.
Yeah. And if you guys are listening to us on iTunes or podcast, make sure that you leave us a rating and or review. If you leave us a review, we will read it live on the show, no matter what it says. Even the bad ones.
Always
the bad ones.
That's, yeah, just about it. All right. So
tell me something positive.
Tell me something good. Something positive. Well, we got first win. First season opener with a win.
Yes.
In 4 years, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I would say so.
Crushed Nashville's dreams of starting out their franchise with a win. I like that.
Yeah, I especially like it after what happened on Saturday.
Yeah. You've got second round CCL coming up. You got your first regular season win in a season opener. Those are good things. Barco and Pity continue to show out and show that they're every bit of what you expect them to be and what you want them to be. Meza,
what we need them to be.
We'll get into all that, obviously. That'll be the big topic of discussion tonight with Josef's injury. I think that there's a lot of parts of this team that we had question marks on, that were a lot of new faces that we didn't know how they were going to fit in. And now all of those new faces I feel really comfortable with, and it's some of the familiar faces that we're going to have to replace, which is just another task that we're challenged to overcome this season. So
we've forged through injuries before. Granted, I don't think we've had one this bad before. We have been without Josef. It was the first year, I want to say half a season we lost Josef for. Yeah. Obviously it's very upsetting, mostly for him because of how disappointed he has to be, knowing the competitor that he is and how much he wants to be on that field and representing the city, how much he loves the city and the club, and likewise, and how much we return that in kind. And it sucks. I posted on Twitter, but like, if anybody's going to attack rehab and just get through it and destroy it,
yeah,
it's going to be him.
He's going to be chopping at the bit.
Yeah, I feel like I
wouldn't be surprised if he comes out with a brace on trying to play.
Well, that's the thing. I think we shut him down for the year.
Yeah, I know.
So we got that extra $250,000 worth of salary that we can spend.
Has that been confirmed, or was it just what Dan tweeted out, that he didn't see the designated player identifier or whatever next to his name? Or has it been confirmed that he's on IR for the season?
From what I understand,
that's the general consensus that would be the case. But I had not seen any official report saying that would be done. I think sooner rather than later. It seems that if they have gotten a medical report saying that he's gotten a torn ACL and he's going to have to undergo surgery and treatment and everything, it's better to go ahead and put him on IR for the season and do so quickly so that you can start trying to find a replacement. The big struggle that Atlanta's going to have right now is how few of the transfer windows are open to try to acquire that piece. So with that in mind, I guess the big question is, does Atlanta, Tim, what are your thoughts? What are you guys' thoughts in the trap? In the situation that Atlanta's in, where we're so early in the season, we don't really know how Rossetto's going to fit into the formation. If John ends up being somewhat of a serviceable replacement for the time being, do you try to go into some of these lesser markets and that still have transfer windows still open, or do you try to get through till the summer transfer window to get potentially a better signing then?
I like what Joe Johnstone says. Hashtag Kunga Squad. Recall Lagos Kunga.
Yeah.
Put him in the team. For me, it's kind of tough because, the first reports that came out were, Daniel Sturridge.
Yeah.
And, my immediate thought was, well, that seems like a perfect replacement. And then the reason he was terminating his contract with Trabzonspor is because, he was betting on soccer. It's tough because $250,000 worth of salary is obviously not going to get you a Josef Martinez replacement. Is it going to get you somebody serviceable that can link up with PD, that can link up with Barco, that can give a few goals, but at the same time, dude, I have no idea. I have no idea what the front office is cooking up. I don't know what to think at this point. This is definitely throws a wrench because, Brittany. So Domer in the trap is saying it doesn't give us our DP spot back, which we know. Like if he's on IR, we are given a certain amount of salary that we can, salary cap relief, so we can go and get a replacement. The problem with that is, first of all, you can't replace the best player in the league.
No.
Arguably the best player in the league. To me, he is.
Top three at least. Worst case.
Top two at worst, top two.
Yeah.
You can't replace him very easily, even if you had a DP slot. So you kind of have to switch gears.
Yeah.
It's like, does that mean that you try to deploy PD or Barco as a false nine or something like that? Or if you just deploy three guys up front that are just kind of interweaving. But Adam John is a capable goal scorer, which we've seen in USL. I don't know. I guess it remains to be seen. I've liked what I've seen from him thus far.
Well, also, how does Rossetto and Castro fit into that?
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen either one of them really playing any significant minutes to this point.
Yeah, and training was closed off, I think, today. Yeah. People were putting their tinfoil hats on that there was a trialist there, somebody there maybe to try out and see how they're going. There have been rumors there was like a very ambiguous rumor or vague rumor, I guess I should say, yesterday about hearing names of somebody who's won it all in Europe that's going to come over.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know who that would be at this point.
It would have to be a older player with the amount of funds available that you're not going to be getting a DP signing. You would think, right? It's not going to be Pirlo. Cut it out. So it's obviously thoughts and prayers with Josef and his training and his recovery and everything else associated with it in the coming months. And I don't know, man. It's already started to create a divide, much like the first few losses of last season, where we haven't even lost our first match yet. We're only one game into the season, and some people are willing to go ahead and write off the entire season as a loss.
So Percy Herrera, and he's watching on Twitter and Periscope. He's saying he said you can pay up to what Josef was making. I thought, as long as you buy it down with TAM. I don't believe that is the case. I want to say that MLSsoccer.com article that you sent me the other day said something to that effect. I don't know. I don't understand the freaking financial aspect of this league. It's hard enough to figure it out without injuries and exceptions getting brought in. But I don't know. I mean, how are you feeling right now?
I think it's going to be fine. I think that this team is built in a manner that how do I put this? Am I as sure this week in the possibility of Atlanta making it deep into CCL and potentially making a run at the Cup this year? No. Do I think that it is impossible? No. I think that this team is built in a manner that, especially with the way that the way that MLS is structured, where more than half of the teams get into a playoff format, and what happened with Toronto and Seattle last year, ending up being in the final and beating out two of the best teams in the league last year in Atlanta and LAFC. It's sort of a Cinderella story format for MLS playoffs. So I think Atlanta could easily end up making a run and getting into that 6th spot in the playoffs potentially and making a run at the Cup. Who knows? Maybe by then we've got some other pieces figured out, and I'm just not willing to throw the whole season away as a loss. I'm just absolutely not. There's too many other good pieces in this lineup, and especially whenever you think about what's happened defensively with this team, with Miles Robinson being out, now Escobar being out, but still.
What is the report on Escobar?
Haven't seen an official report.
It's just like halftime he got taken out for a muscle injury that I think it was precautionary because they thought.
That's what I'm hoping.
He picked something up prior to the game.
If that's the case, Escobar isn't going to be out as long. You know that Bello's training between Bello, what Mesa's been able to develop into, walks, Miles Robinson, Escobar. Defensively, Guzan in the back. I mean, defensively, you look like a team that can at least hang to try to build a wall in the back that even some top scoring teams are going to be challenged to put one in on. And then you just kind of try to ride the wave to get into playoffs and see what happens.
Yeah. And then we have the option for a 3-back or a 4-back too. And that's one of the takeaways that I think that I had from Saturdays. Our defense, I thought, looked great. I mean, a toe poke from Walker Zimmerman aside.
Right. And offensively, you're still not bad at all. I mean, look at what Barco and Pitti are doing right now.
Dude, Barco's goal was pretty great. And then Heineman coming in.
Absolutely.
Playing to the whistle and burying that volley. I mean, if you're getting goals from your midfield like that, it's definitely a sign of good things to come, in my opinion.
Right. And I think that obviously a lot of discussion is going to be made about how much Josef has been important, and rightfully so, to the goals and points accrued by Atlanta United over the past few years, because he's hands down the leading goal scorer for the team and for the league for that matter. However, we're seeing Barco and Pitti play at a level that they haven't been at the past few seasons, and they're playing together, which they haven't consistently last year. Right. I mean, we had 4 games where all 3 of our DPs were playing together,
something like that. Yeah,
exactly. So, and both of them are looking to be in the right place at the right time and really finding consistency and link up play and playmaking opportunities. So I think there's a lot of positives to take away right now that I'm not willing to throw the whole team away because of one player, and a very significant player. Don't get me wrong by any stretch.
What do you think of the formation and the lineup? Let's talk lineup on Saturday. It was the same as what we saw in the CCL matchup against Motagua.
Oh, this past weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the lineup, the way that it's
going 3-2-2-2-1 or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the lineup has been working great. I think that positionally things have been really well. I mean, Remedi had a couple of question mark moments throughout the game this past weekend.
He to me was the least sharp of the whole team.
Right.
I think on Saturday. But the way that the wing backs were playing,
Mulroney, I didn't even mention him.
Dude, Mulroney
what he's been doing,
and then Brooks Lennon was whipping some crosses in. Granted, they didn't find their spot, but he's so fast and he's learning how to get those early crosses in.
What about Mesa cutting that guy up on the back touch line?
I about shit myself.
Good God!
Anybody else just get completely just tense and puckered during that moment?
Amazing. So yeah, I mean, again, I think defensively, the team is coming together, and offensively, there's a lot happening. For all the talk about Josef, right? Again, I can't state it enough. What he brings to this team is huge. We didn't win with goals from Josef this past weekend. Obviously, he played a part in that win. Don't get me wrong. Who all scored against Motagua? I know that Josef did have a goal.
PD had 2, right?
Right.
Yeah. And
Again,
Josef, yeah.
It's the goals that we're scoring right now are not all on Josef's shoulders, is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but on the reverse of that, you could look at the XG from Saturday being like 0.4 or whatever it was.
Right.
Or 0.4,
oh, yeah.
1.4.
And a lot of the game.
I mean, Emerson Hyndman
not...
scored a worldie. I mean, Barco took a shot, took one chance and nailed it. And yeah. Frostaholics, I don't know if I've seen that name in the trap. Thanks for joining us. He says we need a tall, powerful striker who can latch on to crosses. I mean, that's Adam John.
Adam John.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Social media darling Adam John. I guess we'll see how that pans out. Do you think he's the immediate replacement right now as we're trying to suss things out?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no other. I mean, he's the only player that's come in as a substitution for him so far. And clearly he's won the favor of Frank de Boer in the lineup to be in that rotational position. I mean, he came in whenever Josef went out, right?
Yeah.
It seems to make sense anyway.
Connor Thompson in the trap. I swear, every time I see that icon, doesn't that look like Frylock and Shake?
It does.
Yeah. So don't underestimate Emerson Hyndman. He has goals on Club America, Orlando, and in the playoffs. And in these past matches, he has been there with assists. I don't know. There's some people that I think you need to talk to, Connor.
And like Michelle says, now's the time for fans to lift the team. Absolutely. You know, you guys can, I'm all the De Boer out people and all of that aside, you know, we've had enough of, I mean, the fan base is fraught with people that are going to be skeptical and write the team off at the drop of a hat. But right now is, I mean, do you think, let me put it this way. Do you think Josef's sitting on the sideline convinced that the entire season's over and that the team is going to fall apart? No, he's going to be committed to trying to support the team and their efforts despite what the results may or may not be, because until it happens, you don't know for sure. And I think we have that responsibility as fans and supporters of a team to do the same thing. So
yeah, I want to shout out Ivan Pineda on Periscope, Club America podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We'll see you soon. Absolutely. He says, hello, my friend. Cheers. We're obviously playing Club America next on the
next Tuesday, right?
Yeah. It would be the
a week
9th
from today.
No. Is it
10th?
It's sometime next week.
It'd be the 10th.
I'm going crazy.
Next Tuesday.
I'm losing track.
Or is it next Thursday? I can't remember.
I think it's next Thursday. I think it's the 12th.
12th. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. We will see you then, my friend.
Yeah.
We will see you then.
One of those
and then a week
days.
later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Other things. Mulroney, I think is a bright spot for sure.
Absolutely.
Fernando Meza is my signing of the year. I think he has been outstanding in the back. Absolute rock. I can't wait to get Miles Robinson back there with him. They're going to be unstoppable.
Like thinking about our defense between Escobar, Miles Robinson, Meza, and Mulroney, or whoever. I mean, or if it ends up, I don't even want to put George Bello into that because Mulroney's been as good as he has been back there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Bello's going to be coming back soon. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But either way, no matter which way you cut it, that back line doesn't give me any cause for concern right now.
No, not at all. And I'm excited about the pace.
And
right
while
now,
I agree, like we have some question marks offensively with one player. If we're drawing games, we're still getting points. And if something's got to fall one way or the other. And I'm not convinced that this team can't score goals with the firepower that you have between Pitty, Barco, John, Hyndman, whoever else. Brooks Lennon up there in finding space consistently. Yeah.
And not to mention the East this past weekend and opening weekend.
Yeah.
It was all over the place, I felt like.
Absolutely. Nobody knows what's going to happen this
Red
season.
Bulls is supposed to be one of the worst teams in the East now. And they came out and put 3 up on Cincy pretty quickly. Brandon Vasquez had an assist. They almost came back in that game.
Yeah.
NYCFC getting a red card. Chanel, I want to say. So they lose one of their defenders for another game. They lose to Columbus. Columbus wins 1-0 on them. Montreal comes out and wins.
Yeah,
like it's a wide open field.
I came out and won in fantasy head to head.
Yeah, you did.
That's pretty cool.
I want to shout out Graham Brasic. I want to say is the name. Because we set up a really no, he's still in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. I booted somebody that was an Orlando fan.
That's what it was.
Yeah, so we set up like a small head-to-head league, and I guess in the hour or two that we put it up, that we were waiting on Kevin to get in, and somebody else, Graham Brasic, got in there. It's like, man, we didn't advertise it or anything.
I know, but great. Week 1 head-to-head.
Yes, you beat me because I put Jordan Morris on the bench. If Jordan Morris would have been in and been my captain, I would have stomped you.
Whatever.
Yeah. Seattle would have, or Seattle's looking good again too, even though they lost to Olympia. And that was a weird one.
Yeah.
You didn't stay up for that, I don't think.
I did not.
Yeah, they lost in PKs. I saw that coming though. They kind of got screwed over from leg 1 to the end of leg 2.
ATLUTD fan 2020. Do you think Rossetto and Castro will be available for Saturday? I've not seen any reports on either. Have you, Tim?
No.
Does anybody else have any updates on the visa situation? I know Rossetto had some movement on it last week, if I remember correctly, that he was going to be traveling to try to get some of that resolved. I could be completely making that up, but I seem to remember there was some movement with his last week. Somebody in the trap will know for sure. Another good point Elliot Beaven makes. I thought Lawrence Wyke Privilege played great, but a little shaky.
A little shaky?
That's what he said.
Oh, sorry.
Looked a little shaky.
Sorry.
Can I just say that I'm really upset that you wouldn't let me tweet out #Wyke Male Privilege? Now it's out there.
It is. #blame Eric. Yes, Eric. Kevin Escobar's correct. Eric tears his ACL, has surgery, and then Josef ends up doing it.
Maybe, yeah, exactly. He took the one that Josef needed. You definitely blame Eric. That's Josef's ACL. Give it back.
Oh, Philly Gunner, what's up, Gio? Watching on Periscope.
So you will not see us Saturday. Neither one of us are going to be there for the home opener this week.
Yikes. Yeah. So
real plastic.
Yeah. Angie, my anniversary is our 1-year anniversary is this weekend. So we are going away.
And I'm playing dress up.
Yeah, you are playing dress up.
Black tie gala with my gala.
Yeah. And then I'm interested to see what coronavirus does to the turnout on Saturday. No, I'm serious because
it's not this week. It's the following weeks that the attendance will start to go down.
Well, they may be potentially shutting down stuff like South by Southwest. Like you have Intel and Google and Facebook pulling out of South by Southwest because of groups more than like 5,000. I think is the anyway. Yeah, yeah. Who knows?
I didn't even think about that.
The first case popped up in Atlanta yesterday.
I heard.
Yeah, in Gwinnett. It was a husband and wife that just came back from Italy. They must have gone to a Juve game. They got coughed on by Ronaldo. You saw that, right? Juve has 5 players at least that have tested positive for it.
And it's shut down.
They're playing games behind closed doors.
Now, what if we could get MLS shut down for the season and then it's just a wash? I think everybody should come out because of coronavirus and make sure you.
Oh shit! Definitely. Sorry, Will Bowron. You're right. It was Fulton County, not Gwinnett. I got Gwinnett on the brain. That's where we are right now.
So. Oh no, even closer.
Yeah, even closer to the city. You're right.
Great.
Yeah, keep that shit out of Gwinnett. Keep that shit
shit ITP all you want.
Don't touch my OT penis.
I see what you did there. It's great. Oh man. Okay, so what else did we have? So lineup, I thought everybody played pretty well, aside from again a couple of boneheaded plays by Remedi over the course of the game.
Yeah, and boneheaded's relative, right?
It ends up getting a yellow card
for getting fouled.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so this is something we haven't talked about in all this game.
The SWAT.
So Pro came out and said this is whatever. It was not a dog. So
I tend to agree.
But there's no way of proving it.
There's no way of proving
it's
it.
It's a spur of the moment decision.
Disproving it.
And I want to say somebody, I can't remember who it was.
Two defenders behind him that were inside the 18 or close enough that would be able to be there to make a play. That's my reasoning for Richard. In the moment, I was 100% on the side of that should have been a red card.
A defender throws up two hands and knocks that down, and that's a yellow.
There's no guarantee that's going into the upper right 90 from where Barco shoots that from, that a defender can't get some part of their body on it in the goal.
Nothing about Dog Show says it's going to go in. It's a denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity. Okay. That you're taking away his ability illegally to chip that ball over you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You're out of the goal. The goal's open.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
I don't either. I don't know. It's weird.
It's very stupid.
It is.
But I want to say I was listening to Conti and Longshore after the game, and their point was that it doesn't really screw us over because it happened at the end of the game. It screws Portland over because Joe Willis can play against Portland.
Oh, yeah.
He's not getting suspended for a game that he should be suspended for. Yeah.
Right.
Portland should be playing against Nashville's second string keeper.
That makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. How much do you think it being the first game of the season played into that?
The first game of their... Well, no. You know why? Because Carlos Carmona got sent off with a red card in our home season opener.
Did he?
Right? Yeah.
When?
Stamping on a leg.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about
that. It was our first
that.
game in existence. It was the first game of the season.
I forgot about that.
So I don't think it played anything into it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about that. Oh, man.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. So you're of the stance that should have been a red card.
Yeah, for what it matters, yeah. It should have been a red.
Yeah. The way I've seen it discussed and talked about, I don't know. I'm not as convinced that it was a red card just because that there were still players that were capable of making a play on the ball.
But not really though, right? How is a defender 45 yards out capable of catching that shot?
I don't have to catch it.
They have no chance of making a play on that ball.
Sure they do.
How? Tell me how those guys make a play on that ball.
As soon as it gets to them.
What I'm saying is they're not going to... What are you saying? He's taking the shot as they're 45 yards out. What chance do they have to be in contact with the ball at that point?
But the defenders aren't where the keeper is. There's still two defenders, another 20 yards.
Far. No,
yes,
not that
you need
far.
to pull up the view, dude. I'm telling you, they're at the edge of the 18 whenever Barco's taking that shot at midfield. I'm telling you. There are definite players that would be able to close down a 10 to 15 yard run to get into a vicinity to make a play on that ball whenever it reaches point of contact near or around the goal.
What do you say about Brandon Rich's comment? He says that's a very bad precedent that if you have a defender behind you, the goalie can stop a long shot without fear of getting a red card.
Now that I think is the most troubling thing is that, again, there's no what's the downside for a keeper coming out and just being able to do whatever they want in the middle of open play.
They shouldn't have a different set of rules.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, they literally do have a different set of rules, but they shouldn't on the field, in the outfield, as it were, outside of the box.
That's I think a little bit more concerning is the precedent it sets because I
so
guarantee you somebody's gonna somebody smart would play that to their advantage, especially in like a playoff scenario or something.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna have to do this because people are on my side. Will Balron and Brittany S. both saying no way. Will saying that they start running back as soon as he takes the shot, but there's no way that or they get it at the angle that Barco shoots.
I need to pull up. I'm not going to do it now because I'm going to get sidetracked. But MLS actually.
Hey, we didn't get a copyright strike last week.
What? Weeby actually posted a video on the instant replay where they showed it and showed the camera angle like a
How many cans of Pringles did they give it for?
I don't know. But they showed the top-down view, and I'm 95% sure that there were defenders inside the 18 whenever Barco releases the shot. Not the first one, but the second one, which is what incited the handball. The defenders kept moving back while the keeper was there. So, I don't know. It's tough to see, but it's still a win.
Yeah. And goal differential doesn't mean shit in MLS, so I guess I don't care that much.
Exactly.
We get the win.
Exactly.
Nashville looked okay.
I thought so too.
They were good on defense, I felt like. But we were playing. I liked how quickly we were playing.
Not as much as I liked how quickly we were playing. Oh, so we haven't talked about the
Motagua.
Second,
the second Motagua game, the pace of play in that
Good
was
God.
Yeah.
That game was the best that I've seen Atlanta look in a while. It just consistently for the entire game felt like Atlanta was in control and was dictating everything that they wanted to do on and off the ball. It did not seem like they were struggling to create opportunities or to shut down opposing ones whatsoever. And Motagua had no response aside from some dirty tactics here and there to try to slow things down some.
Yeah. Adam Alcorn in the trap, new name, I think, saying hi, everyone. What's up, Adam? How are you, man? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah. Bradley D, been in a meeting. What up?
What up, dude?
You know what we do.
Is that Bradley? Is that the first name or last name? You guys related?
No, it's mine. It's my second account. Everybody try to get the Bradley D. It's my private account. Get it? It's my private.
Your privates.
Oh my God. So what are you thinking about? So what's your thoughts on the season right now?
Oh, we're gonna win the whole thing.
You think you really?
I'm an eternal optimist.
Okay.
I'm ready to get hurt again.
Okay.
That's pull up that Michael Scott game.
Okay, great.
I am ready to get hurt again. I don't obviously think our chances are lessened by Josef being gone. I'm not going to be that much of a homer to think that we're going to have some easy waltz into the playoffs or anything like that. I still think we're a playoff team through and through. I mean, when we're competing with the likes of New England and Philly and New York Red Bulls for the last probably 2 slots out of the 7, I like our chances. And then going into a winner take all tournament, and
especially with the single elimination.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like anything can happen. Yeah. You catch a hot streak, and you're all of a sudden winning. Look at Seattle.
Win the way Toronto did last year.
Well, Seattle won last year.
I mean,
yeah. In terms of you're right.
You get a wonder goal and end up getting into final match.
Yeah. I'm liking, obviously, again, it dampens our chances at CCL. I do like the fact that
that's what I think.
Club America got kind of humbled by Comunicaciones. Like they were pretty much shooed in by everybody, including MLS, to say, Club America is going to play the winner of Atlanta and Motagua. There's like disrespect in the fact that, well, it's a shoe-in for Club America to beat this El Salvadorian team. At least the El Salvadorian and Guatemalan. I keep forgetting. But like they didn't feel the same about Atlanta playing against Motagua. I don't know, but it really kind of either Club America has trouble getting up for those kind of games, or they're not as good as everybody thinks they are.
Yeah,
we beat them here last year. We had Josef then.
And I think it was Will said it. Yeah. Will said CCL doesn't feel great, but I feel good about the season. That's kind of where I am. I think that the team overall, whether through the traps kind of going off, so I can't follow somebody else had mentioned something along the lines of like, we need a proven striker, whatever the solution is for this team over the course of the season. I have no doubt in the ability of the front office and Frank DeBoer and the team to figure out what that is. I think trying to find out what that solution is in the next 2 to 3 weeks is a little premature, and I don't have as much optimism on that front. I'm happy with what Atlanta did against Motagua, and I hope that they at least compete against Club America, but I'm not as optimistic about them making a run of any kind. Maybe we pull out a win out of that series against Club America, but I'm not optimistic about running deep into it. But at the same time, I think that this team is built in a way that if they don't have the pieces there already, that they have the people in place to find out what that missing piece is going to be and at least be able to be serviceable over the course of the season. I don't know how this team, with the lack of one player, goes from first or second in the conference to below sixth. That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I don't think so either. Kevin Escobar is saying, echoing what Will Balron's saying, he's saying exactly Will. Plus, Frank DeBoer has been going for versatility this entire time. Now it's just one more trial to see how well we can adapt.
Well, isn't that the whole point
of Frank's
football? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Next man up, essentially.
And
everybody can play everywhere.
And again, look at the way Josef's been playing this year. Joseph's not been playing the way he has been in years past. You've seen him drop back into the midfield more and more. Yes, he's still sitting on that defender's shoulder at times to try to get up for a quick header or a quick breakaway, and we've seen him be able to do so. I mean, he had a great goal against Motagua doing that last week, but his game and his approach to the team has completely changed and is assisting a lot more as a result. You see him linking up a lot more with 1-2s with Pity. I mean, that led to Pity's brace a couple of weeks ago, where Josef was setting him up more than you were relying on Gressel to feed a crossover to Josef or somebody playing a ball to him, waiting on that defender to take a misstep. So I think the team is being restructured a little bit in the way that Josef's being utilized, and that maybe lends itself to somebody else being able to still be serviceable, and for Barco or Pity or whoever, those goals to be distributed a little bit more efficiently.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. What do you think about what Clayton Paws says? He said, dang, Tito would be huge right now.
Yeah. But at the same time, I mean, we saw opportunities for Frank to put Tito in that position whenever opportunities presented themselves last year, and he didn't do that. So I don't know that Tito was ever going to be that person with the way that Frank wanted to run the offense. I mean, I think Tito's a great player, don't get me wrong, but I don't know that he would have been that position outright, you know. Just me. Hot take. This injury makes the Gressel sale look brilliant. He barely connected with anyone else, and now that Josef's out, Gressel wouldn't be nearly as impactful. It's a good point. Sounds like Gressel had a pretty decent showing with his first
he had
game
an
with
assist.
DC.
Yeah. They lost the game.
Yeah.
They lost to, was that Montreal?
Miami or Columbus? Was it Columbus?
No. Columbus beat New York City.
That's what it was.
And then
LAFC beat Miami.
LAFC did beat Miami.
That's
yeah. Hold on. I'll pull up the results from this past weekend. DC lost to Colorado in the last moments. Montreal beat New England. Houston and Houston LA Galaxy tied 1-1. San Jose and Toronto tied. Dallas beat Philly. Orlando drew Real Salt Lake. And then for the rest of the East, NYCFC lost to Columbus. Cincinnati lost to New York Red Bulls. And then, Miami lost to LAFC.
Gotcha.
Miami didn't look that bad a team. I mean, losing 1-0 to LAFC. LAFC coming off of that crazy good comeback against Leon.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a game.
Yeah.
That showing that they put out was kind of scary.
Wait, I forgot. We also haven't talked about the other games this past round of CCL, which was the Tigres win.
Oh, yeah. Tigres against Alianza.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Bring the keeper out in the 4th minute of stoppage time.
Yeah. And win the game off of his header. Yeah,
off of a keeper header on a free kick. My God. So good.
I guess people can hear him scratching.
Oh, really?
Must be able to hear him scratch. Kendrick asking to let the doggo in the studio. It's just the problem is he eats his feet whenever he gets in here.
He's just the worst.
Yeah, he is the worst.
Just the worst.
We have Cincinnati. So after this show, we will be joining Cincy Soccer Talk to preview their March 2 match day.
How do you feel about that game right now?
I still feel pretty confident. I felt confident in it last year.
Yeah, think
and then it drew,
do.
and we drew against them. Brandon Vasquez had an assist for them. I think he had a decent showing. They have some good signings. I don't know, man. Going up there.
What happened with their whole coach situation?
They just have an interim coach right now.
Gotcha.
A caretaker. Because Ron Jans he resigned.
I knew that happened, but I didn't know if they had gotten a full replacement yet or if they were still looking or what.
Yeah, ATLUTD 2020 says Spike replacement for Josef. No questions. Spike scores 8 hat tricks on Cincy.
I think we're finally
like it. Airbud situation. Yeah, that sucks. We've been talking about this damn Airbud situation. I think it's finally upon us.
Finally time.
Finally time.
Let me know when. What? That doesn't make any sense. Let me know when I can provide the beer for the show. I'm in the business.
Okay, Bradley D.
Giving you the business.
The Bradley D.
That's right.
The Kevin Bradley D.
Yeah, I agree with Coach Steve. At home, I feel okay. I think I'd like to know what's going to happen with the absence of Escobar, right? I think that's the
Did biggest... I say we were going up to Cincinnati?
I don't think you did.
Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't.
I don't think you did. You might have, but
feel like an idiot.
Yeah. Welcome to my life. I think my biggest question right now is what we're going to do. As much as I've talked about how this team looks defensively, coming into this week without knowing anything about Escobar, I don't know what ends up happening on the defensive side of the ball with him out.
Why not George Campbell? Like, where's George Campbell been? Anybody know? I mean, he had some pretty decent showings in preseason and has not been.
Do you bring in? Is Mo Adams naturally on the left? That's what the only.
He's naturally a center defense mid.
Do you put him in? Do you go Mulroney, Meza, Adams, Walks?
I think Lorenowitz over Mo Adams.
That makes sense too.
Yeah,
I didn't really think about that.
Yeah,
and Jeff hasn't really played. He didn't play the past 2 games, did he? I think he came in as a sub, right?
Yes. Yeah, he came in as a sub against Nashville.
That's right.
Will Balroney says, I think Cincy will come down to our defense. I don't know what that means, but they scored 3, I think, last week. They scored 2 goals. They gave up 3. They gave up 3. They gave up 3 against kind of a weak New York Red Bulls team. So, yeah, I feel pretty decent about Saturday.
I'm gonna go draw. I'll say 0-0.
Just got to find a place to watch it in Nashville.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be on Fox Sports 1, so it's not gonna be on a random.
Yeah, it's true. We could just watch it on YouTube TV.
Or fine. I mean, most places have
That's
FS1.
True. Yeah,
it's not like it's Fox Sports South.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about Charlotte being in the league playing at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. FS1 most places will have, so should be pretty easy to get picked up. Yeah, like I said, I'm feeling a draw. I just don't know what to expect right now with the turnover being so soon. I think that the crowd will definitely play a big part this weekend for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. It's going to be intimidating for them to come in regardless.
Rude.
Yeah, that's my phone going off.
How'd that come through my headset?
Because it's coming through the computer. So my computer gets my phone calls, and then it's going through the mixer.
Gotcha.
Hopefully nobody else heard that. It's rude. It's just like any podcast you listen to.
So people could call you on your phone, and you would hear it through the mixer?
We would hear it through the mixer, yeah. But
not.
I don't know if it would record it through the mixer.
Somebody want to try it out?
No. I'm not giving my phone number out.
You don't have to. I will.
That's not how it works. You're not getting it. Oh, speaking of, we do have
voicemails.
We do have voicemails to play.
678-827-3297. Voicemail line is always open. It never closes, whether it is dark or not. You can always depend on that. So if you want to call and leave us a voicemail, 678-827-3297. Be sure to do so, and we'll play them just like this one. Just kidding. Try that again.
Hey, homies. This is Gabe from Tennessee. Wanted to call and talk about the Josef Martinez injury. I've got a haiku of sorts for the occasion. So here you go. My Josef Martinez injury haiku. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuckity fuck, 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 fuck.
What was the last bit? What is the, did Google Translate get that last bit?
But they no, but they transcribe it FUK, which is pretty great. That's pretty great. He left another one.
Hey, home before dark. This is Gabe from Tennessee. I wanted to call and talk about the Josef Martinez injury. I decided that I wanted to write a haiku for the occasion.
I think he just messed up the first one.
Injury. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuckity, fuck, 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 fuck.
I think that's too many.
We love you, Joseph.
Oh, we love you, Joseph. That's what it was.
There it is. The last little bit fell off of the first one.
678-827-3297. Yeah, you're right. Coach Steve mentions we do need to get a voicemail number. Maybe I'll try to work on our overlay that we have in the top right corner for next week so that we can make sure that our voicemail number is on there so that everybody can see it. Anything else? Was it just the one from Gabe?
Yes.
Okay.
627 or 678-827-3297.
It's not going to let you put it in there. I tried it before. Oh, shit, it did do it. Oh, there it goes.
There you guys go.
Oh, what is that coming out of your mouth?
It's like it's like one of those internal burps. You know what I'm talking about? It's like or gurgles in your throat.
And I really like whenever it's real quiet and I get one of those internal farts and I'm like, who heard it? I tried to hold it in. It still made a noise. I wish I would have just let it go.
Phantom fart.
I should have just let it go. It still made a noise inside my body. That's not fair. It's like, come on, man. Oh, Jesus.
Score prediction on Saturday?
0-0 for me.
0-0.
Yeah.
Both teams scoreless?
Yeah, I think so.
Brandon Vasquez is going to come down with a point to prove?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see it going 0-0.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we come out of this with a win.
Okay.
1-0.
Okay.
We get an Adam John.
Ooh, banger.
Yeah. Well, it's more of like a really well-placed header off of a cross from Brooks Lennon. Not necessarily a banger.
I'll take it.
I think he just places one home.
It's a mash.
Yeah. Yeah. Bangers.
Bangers and mash.
Yeah. Man, PB&J. We still have PB. I never made PB&J whenever I grew up. I just made peanut butter sandwiches.
Ooh. Bradley D saying Hyman gets it.
Oh, God. The Parceros would be so upset.
Ron, Brittany S. 2-0.
Where you at, Ron? I got those receipts. Where you at, Annabelle? I got those receipts.
Exactly. You should have heard Tim, whatever Hyman scored. He was relentless. Yeah. Just
that's my boy.
Unbearable.
I went around and because I will be very transparent in saying before the game, I asked everybody. We watched at a buddy's house, and I would say I was asking us like, do I have rose-colored glasses when it comes to Emerson Hyndman? Do I just like him so much that I think he's better than he is?
Yeah.
I won't say who said it, but pretty much everybody said I think so.
No, Andy said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Calling him out.
Yeah.
He's not in the trap.
Yeah, it's true.
We'll find out tomorrow whenever we actually listen.
Did you see Eric pop out earlier?
What?
Yeah. Eric popped up after we blamed him for Joseph's ACL. He said, I hate you guys. And then went away. He's got that Percocet Eric right now.
Give Joseph his ACL back. Give it back. What's the return policy on ACLs?
Does anybody know if Joseph had a clean tear? Or if it was like a slight tear? Is he going to be eligible for a cadaver or anything like that? So Will Bowron is saying in talking about Emerson Hyndman, he said he's fucking good. He said he only missed one pass on Saturday.
Yeah, 90% pass accuracy.
91.
And
And I dare say, without having going back and watching those Motagua games and just counting,
dude,
I'm pretty sure he was near 100% passing on both of those games.
I completely agree. I think the biggest gripe I have with Hyndman is the assumption that he's the Nagbe replacement, and I don't think that that's the right way to phrase or to capture his contributions to this team or his role. I think he's a great player.
Yeah, agreed.
I've never been of the opinion otherwise. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah. 678-827-3297. If you guys are listening to us after we record live, you can always leave us a voicemail in the lead up and we'll play it on the show.
Yeah. And no new ratings or reviews, but you can still leave those on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts at. Reviews we will read aloud on the show. I think we're still at 188.
Ooh, so Bradley D brings up, we're at 188. He's saying anyone hear the Mandzukic rumor? Mandzukic hasn't won everything. Like if it's going to the whole, he's won everything in Europe, every big tournament in Europe. I don't know that Mandzukic, he didn't win the World Cup. Granted, he was in the final against France. He's won plenty of titles with Bayern Munich and with Juve.
It's Iron Robin.
I actually thought it was Franck Ribéry.
I'll take
because Ribéry's he's 39 years old or whatever it is, 36 years old.
Put him out there in the walker.
I would take Olivier Giroud. Yeah, I agree with Will. Olivier Giroud.
Bring Van Nistelrooy back. Bring him out of the grave.
He's not dead. His knee's probably dead, but I don't know.
Bring all the Dutch players. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I would. Yeah, that would be awesome. Just sign all the Dutch players.
So I saw somebody rumored from Ajax, and I can't remember. MLS posted. I really like the new MLS app.
Yeah, it's a lot better than it used to be.
I really like it. I've found myself actually reading articles and stuff like that, but they did post a whole article of potential acquisitions for Atlanta United.
Yeah.
And one of them was somebody from Ajax. I can't remember who it was. A little bit older, but yeah. Anyway, the new app's pretty great. Fantasy has been a lot of fun. I like the head-to-head matchup. Maybe we can do that. What's the biggest we can do for head-to-head league?
Oh, we can probably pump it up to like 32 or something like that.
Maybe that's what we need to do next season. I like this format a lot more.
It's probably not too late to do it for like, we can maybe have 2 different leagues, but okay. Here are the 10 that you're talking about from Greg Seltzer on MLSsoccer.com. Who can replace Josef Martinez? Here are 10 transfer targets for Atlanta United. Carlos Bacca
is pretty far down.
Yeah, Carlos Bacca from Villarreal, Olivier Giroud from Chelsea, Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, who's 36 years old, crazy good goal scorer over the years. Plays for Ajax.
Yeah.
Vedad Ibisevic, who plays for Hertha Berlin. Fernando Caranga, Enrique Dorado. These are the names
right.
This dude's name is Duckins.
I'm on
Duckins
board for
Nazan. Yeah. Dude, fucking Duckins.
PB and Duckins.
PB and D.
Gross.
Solomon Rondon. I've seen a lot of shouts.
Sounds like
in the
my
trap.
kind of party.
A lot of shouts in the trap for Solomon Rondon, a guy who has not won any tournaments. I don't think. Plays for West Brom, or no, he plays for Newcastle. Sorry, right? He's Venezuelan striker. Let's see. Sebastian Soto, U.S. Olympic team hopeful. Daniel Sturridge wouldn't be able to play until June or July or whatever it is. Yeah. Edinson Cavani, nope. Gonna be too expensive. Josh Sargent talk. I would take Josh Sargent, but I'm a big homer. Yeah, Ruud van Nistelrooy. I like that shout. I really like that shout.
I like it. Yeah. You can easily get him under that.
What about? I've heard rumors Josh Bagriansky might come out of retirement.
He's got to get his schedule to line up with his coaching.
Yeah.
let's hope his playing is better than his coaching. From what I
hear. Oh, I hope he listens this late into the show.
Well, if what they say is true, those who can't play coach. It says a lot about
and those who can't coach teach PE.
Do podcasts.
You do podcasts, yes. That is very true. That is very true. PB&D. Yeah, no dogs in that house. Oh God, that image.
Oh, great.
Oh God.
All right.
I feel like Kevin Escobar is our key demographic.
Everybody that tunes into this fucking thing past the 40th minute is our demographic.
We love you guys so much. It's
Absolutely.
ridiculous, man. It's just so much fun every week.
It is
just to shoot the shit with you guys. I wonder how many people have we muted or been muted by, I mean, on Twitter, you think at this point?
Because of bubble stuff or
no. No, not because of bubble stuff. No, just I don't know. I think about that sometimes.
Really?
I don't know. We're getting close to 2,000 followers on Twitter. We're close to 500 subscribers on YouTube.
I know, it's pretty great.
We're getting there. We're like 25 away. It's like 475.
Yeah.
Just in time for you to get a couple more copyright strikes for this.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Right.
My goal for this year is to have 100 people in the trap one night.
I know.
It would be untenable.
Oh yeah, it'd be ridiculous.
Impossible.
It'd be ridiculous.
It'd be like whenever you watch one of those.
How we get mods though?
Yeah,
we need mods.
Yeah, we need somebody just in the corner, just
we need a young Jamie
people,
over there
kicking people. Yeah. Damn it. What? I already forgot what I was gonna say.
You're talking about all of our accolades and
get 100 people in the trap one night.
Yeah,
I think that would be really fun. Oh, I was gonna say it'd be like whenever you load up one of those streams, one of those streams, and then the chat pops up and
people are just spamming emojis and shit like that, and stickers and all that.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
I want our stream to look like those illegal streams, but totally legit.
Yeah, I like it.
Totally legit.
Hey, remember that time we had that Russian bot in the trap?
Yeah.
We really are a universal show.
Yeah, we are. Next Monday, we will have the great Jason Longshore joining us live in studio.
Hey, what happened this Monday, by the way? Weren't we supposed to have some really good guest?
Felipe Cardenas will be joining us. We weren't able to get it to line up yesterday, so he will be joining us soon.
He listened to one of the shows and was like, I don't think so.
Yeah. It's like, wait.
It's like, what did I do? What did I agree to?
As always, Hail Hydra.
Just take questions pre-show, and then we fight for your attention in this chat. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
We really don't do that often as far as doing questions before the show.
No, we don't.
Because it just goes against the format of coming in unprepared.
That's speaking of, in 15 minutes, we have to get on with FC Cincinnati.
Bradley D, how big are the meetups?
You spelled meat wrong.
First of all, yeah, the meat is spelled wrong. Secondly, if you're talking about ours, I don't know.
10 people?
10, 15?
Yeah, 10, 15 in the atrium.
Yeah, and some just kind of come and go. Just depends. But yeah. Normally
it's nice and intimate.
Time. Yeah, exactly. Got pictures.
Here, I'll put the pictures up there.
Just want to splash them.
Play the people out.
Play the people out.
And I'll put the pictures up there. It'll be like an in memoriam.
Oh, why would you say that? So yeah, however you found us, thank you for doing so.
Danny Palacios looks like Jonah Hill in this picture.
That's whenever Danny Palacios was a shapeshifter and turned into another human being. Oh, gross.
I'm not a hand model.
That's true. Why are you covering me up? Oh, look at that face. That's cute. What are you doing, dude? This is bad. Anyway, however you found us, thanks for tuning in. If there is a like, subscribe, thumbs up, any of those things, please do so. Again, if you are subscribed on YouTube and want to know whenever we go live, hit that bell icon to get a notification whenever we do so. If you're listening to us on whatever your podcatcher is, and if there is a way to leave a rating or review, please do so. All reviews, good or bad, will be read aloud on the show. We love the hell out of each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in, however you did so. We'll see you next time. As always, be home before dark.